at the Riverview Plaza Hotel. May 31st, 1 p.m. until 5 p.m. at Robert Hope Community Center. July 24th through the 27th from 6:30 to 10:30 on St. Francis Street and Dolphin Street. August the 23rd from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. in Cathedral Square Park. October 17th through the 18th, 6:30 p.m. until 10, South Georgia Avenue. October 18th, 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. in Mardi Gras Park. May 25th, 9:30 a.m. until 3 p.m. on Broad Street. May the 17th from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. on Park Road. May 23rd, 6:30 p.m. until 11, Griffith Circle. June the 28th from 2 p.m. until 9 at Mobile Terrace, Lincoln Boulevard, 9th Street to 11th Street.
Any issues, Councilman Carroll? No. On Griffin Circle, let's change that to 10 p.m., please.
Okay. Public hearing today is a public hearing to consider the rezoning of property located at 2415 St. Stephen's Road from R1 to B2.
Any issue, Councilman Penn?
Not right now.
Okay.
Presentation of petitions and other communications to the council. Leader Javier Farrell provide information about and request funding for the Continental Commissary Kitchen, a nonprofit food business shared kitchen incubator. Derek Bulware announced the 11th annual Project Homeless Connect. Ordinances held over 64019. Consider the proposed modification of a previously approved planned unit development for property located at 3674 and 3680 Dolphin Street.
Councilwoman Greger didn't say anything about this, so I guess we'll just go forth and wait till she'll be here at 10:30 though. Okay.
Resolutions held over 01670, authorized agreement with Alabama Department of Transportation for traffic signal upgrades on state and local routes, $601,415. 01671, authorized second amendment to the purchase and sale agreement with Burton Property Group. 01672, authorized agreement with B&B Lawn Landscaping. 01673, 674, 675, 676, 677 are all regarding right-of-way mowing and ditch mowing services. 08679, approved purchase order to Donahue Chevrolet Tahoe. 08680, approved purchase order to Long Lewis Ford for Ford Bronco Sport SUVs. 08681, approved purchase order to Mohawk Carpet Distribution for replacement flooring for Western Administrative Complex. 09682, authorized capital project fund, Big Move Transfer Scanning City for big document storage be changed to 2900 Dolphin Street renovations and miscellaneous repairs for the 311 call center and file storage. 13684, authorized change order number 2 with McLean Construction for 2024 City of Mobile annual storm drain maintenance.
Mr. President.
Mr. Penn.
Nick, is this the item that I put $1 million in? And John, is this one? Okay. I just want, I'm glad to see this on the agenda, of course. We've been receiving, of course, a lot of rain. The city of Mobile receive a lot of rain. And I'm glad to see this. I have $1 million from District 1 to address the issues that we're seeing in District 1 regarding flooding. And I'm glad to let the residents and the constituents know in District 1 that's something that we're working on. So I'm excited to have this part on the agenda and voted on today.
60686, authorized settlement agreement and release of claims. Ordinance.
Mr. Penn.
I did want to go back to 01670. Jennifer. Is Jennifer here? Oh, Adam. Can you just tell the public what state and local routes that this will cover?
This is one of 3 federally funded projects. This will be the last funding agreement that's gone through council. This is a citywide initiative. To hit the highlights, I've got a detailed list that I can provide to the whole council, but I'll read a few of them. Mostly the midtown areas of Airport Boulevard, of what this agreement's intended. So Airport Boulevard at Glenwood, Pine Hill, Durham, Florida Street, Azalea Road at Japonica, Azalea Road at Burma, going downtown, Church Street at South Claiborne, Congress Street at North Lafayette, and I can go on, but also additional intersections. In total, there are 17 identified. So between Highway Safety Improvement Program, that agreement went through the council a few months ago, another congestion management program. These are all federal dollars that we're using mostly in all districts but 6, because we have enough money in District 6 to have a city-only initiative for detection upgrade projects there. But this is federally funded MPO 80/20 match. So this is taking 20% of our CIP funds, which is approximately $100,000, $125,000. But I can provide this list in detail to any of you guys if you'd like.
Yeah, I think that would be a plus. We can put it out to the public.
Okay, that'd be great. No problem, sir.
Turn your mic on. Madam Clerk.
Ordinance is being introduced, 64020. It's a rezoning of the property located on St. Stephen's Road from R1 to B2. Consent resolutions being introduced, 37689 and 690 are recommending approval to the ABC Board for issuance of a restaurant retail liquor license to Osaki Steakhouse on Airport Boulevard, and for issuance of a restaurant retail liquor license to Cajun Corner Restaurant on Airport Boulevard. 60, 691 and 692 are approving award a special bonus to Building Services Employee of the Month and to the Officer of the Month. 60, 693, 94, 95, and 96 are determining appropriations to Building Kings Foundation, Ben C. Rain High School, Franklin Primary Health Center, Inc., Ludgood Masonry, Inc. serves a public purpose and approve payment. Resolutions being introduced, 08697, approved purchase order to McSweeney Auto Group Clanton for Chevrolet passenger vans for Motopu, $86,424.90. 08698, approved purchase order to Cyrus Ford for pickup trucks, $121,365. 09699, amend fiscal year 25 general fund and capital budgets. 09700, transfer funds from capital improvement fund to capital project Gulf Coast Explorium miscellaneous repairs, $1 million. 13701, authorized change order number 2 with Robert Baggett for Mobile Riverfront redevelopment, Cooper Riverside Park bulkhead replacement, $784,912.74.
Mr. President,
It'll be Mr. Reynolds and Mr. Carroll.
this project was funded by Go Mesa funds. Is this change order, are we receiving additional Go Mesa funds for the change order?
We are, but this is actually funded through TIF because we don't want to stop while the contractor is there. We want to continue with that South Coffer sales. So we do have funding in place with TIF. If we can get the $1 million funding from Go Mesa before we have to make that payment, then we'll refund the TIF.
What's the completion date roundabout, do we think?
I'm right behind you, sir.
Oh.
Sorry. Good morning, everyone. Just a reminder, so the master plan for this project was completed in 2023. There's been further inspections of that bulkhead, which moved us to start working on that north and south coffer cell. This particular change order is to do a slightly different design. The rock revetment that was planned for the south coffer cell no longer is compatible because of the dredging work that's going on in the channel, working with our partners at ALDOT and Army Corps of Engineers. Slightly different system that's more expensive that we're going to put in that actually matches the north coffer cell work, which is a dead man tieback system with a retaining wall. The new substantial completion date for this, with this change and work that we have, is December 31st. And the next step would be the park project. Okay, thanks.
21702, authorized contract with Technical engineering testing for Civic Center new construction and demo, $858,798.50.
Hello, I'm sorry. Mr. Carey, did you have some?
No, yes.
Okay, all right. Madam Clerk.
21703, authorized contract with McElhaney Construction for 2025 bridge maintenance, $697,744. 21704, authorized contract with Michael Baker International for U.S. Highway 45 streetscape improvements, $299,995.63. 25705, accept 3 temporary construction easements for retaining wall and drainage repairs.
Mr. President,
Mr. Woods.
this is a non-dollar, non-money item. I just wanted to ask if we could take this, and whatever we take today, if we could take this today, just to go ahead and get it going. It'd just be a week faster that we can go ahead and jump on it. Involves newly annexed areas, primarily the Smithfield subdivision. And if we could take that, that'd go a long way in trying to go ahead and get things moving.
Call for public hearings. 41706, call for public hearing to consider proposed modification of a previously approved plan unit development for property located at the east terminus of Lighton Place Drive, scheduled June 17th. Announcements.
Council. Anything from the administration?
Yes.
We have one executive session item that'll last about 10 or 15 minutes. And if you were prepared to go into executive session now, I can read the statement and move you all into session.
Yes.
Okay. My name is Britton Bonner, attorney licensed to practice in the state of Alabama with the firm of Adams Reese. I represent the city of Mobile in economic development and government relations matters. Pursuant to the Open Meetings Act, Section 3625A-7, the matters being discussed in the executive session pertain to an economic development matter, which if discussed in an open meeting would prejudice the project, the city, and the potential end user. With that in mind, I request that we move into executive session to discuss these matters. It will not require a vote after the executive session, nor will it require y'all to come back into session for this purpose. With that, I would ask that you would take a roll call vote to move into executive session.
So moved.
Properly moving second in discussion. Madam Clerk?
President Small.
Yes.
Vice President Gregory, Councilmember Penn.
Yes.
Councilmember Carroll. Councilmember Reynolds.
Yes.
Councilmember Daves. Councilmember Woods.
Yes.
Okay. We'll see each other downstairs at 10:30 in the atrium.